Hey guys, welcome back to number 2. Let me start with number A here. So they want you to find f double prime of at -3, and you do this by deriving f prime of x here. So to find f double prime of -3, you just have to find f double prime of x. And deriving this will just need chain rule. So derivative of cosine is sine. So that's sine of pi x times the derivative of the inside, which is just pi, plus 4 x to the third with power rule, and the 6 is deleted, and so you plug -3 into there. This is just going to be sine of -3 pi times pi plus -3 to the third power is -27, so that's 4 plus 4 times -27. So how do you find sine? Oh yeah, by the way, they don't let you use a calculator for this one. So how are you going to find sine of -pi/3? Well, if you look at a unit circle, sine of -pi/3, that's going to be 1 full revolution around it backwards, and that's going to be the same thing as sine of -pi/3. Oh, I mean not pi/3, just sine of -pi. Since when you move around the unit circle once, that's the same thing as itself, since it's the multiple of 2 pi, since the whole unit circle is 2 pi. So that's the same thing as the sine of -pi, which if you move it halfway through is just this point here, which is just 0. So yeah, this is just 0, and 0 times pi is 0, so this is just 0 plus 4 times 27. Oh, -27. Okay. And if, again, they don't use a calculator, so you gotta do some arithmetic here. So this is just 4 times 20 plus 4 times 7, which is just 80 plus 28 is 108. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, this is negative. My bad. It should be all negative. That should be negative. Okay, yeah, -108. That's how you do A. For number 2, B, they want you to write the equation of a tangent line. Again, equation of a tangent line is just y equals f prime of A times x minus A plus f of A. And they give you a function here, y, which is just f of x squared, and they want you to do it at x equals 0. So this is a different y, so let me just they want you to find the tangent line of the graph y, this y here. I'm just gonna to avoid confusion, I'm just gonna set y to g of x, for example, g of x, and so this y here is g of x. First, you're gonna find g prime of 0. Oh, actually, g of 0 first, since that's easier. G of 0 is the same thing as f of 0 squared. In the directions here, they give you f of 0 already. Ready? It's just 3. So g of 0 is f of 0 squared, which is 3 squared, which is 9. So that's just going to be 9. Pretty simple. And then g prime of 0 is the same thing. Actually, we gotta find g prime of x first. Using chain rule, you can find out that g prime of x is 2 times f of x times f prime of x. And so g prime of 0 equals 2 times 2 times f of 0 times f prime of 0. And again, f of 0 is given in the equation, in the directions as 3. So this is 2 times 3 times, quick side tangent, f prime of 0, you gotta plug into here. So cosine of 0 is the same thing as 1. So 1, and then 0 to the 4th power is 0. So 1 plus 6 is 7. And this is just 42. And now plug it back into this equation here. So we got y equals 42. And this is supposed to be x minus 0, but we can just leave that as x. And then plus 9. And you're done. Next, problem C. So they give you a new function, g. Just ignore everything from the last problem about g. This is a whole new function. So g of x is f of 2x squared, the square root of 2x squared plus 7. So right away looking at this, you should be seeing chain rule. This is just chain rule. So let me just copy down g of x here. It's equal to f of the square root of 2x squared plus 7. And then g prime is just using chain rule. You find out that it's f prime of, keep the inside, 2x squared plus 7 times the derivative of the square root of this. I'm just going to rewrite this as 2x squared plus 7 to the power of 1/2 since it's easier. So we take the derivative of that, which is going to be 1/2 times 2x squared plus 7 to the power of negative 1/2. And then we chain again. So derive that, it's just 4x. And if you do some simplification, that's f prime of 2x squared plus 7. I'm just gonna cancel out this here and this since they're all multiplying, so to a 2, and then move that up front times 2x over, and this is negative exponent, so it gets moved, and it's 1/2, so it's over the square root of 2x x squared plus 7. And now they want you to find g prime of 3. Oh, g prime of 3 is just, alright, so if you just plug 3 into this square root here, that's 9 times 2 is 18, 18 plus 7 is 25, and the square root of 25 is 5, so this is f prime of 5 times, looks like 6, and we already know what that is, so over 5. So f prime of 5, looking back at this function here, is cosine of 5 pi plus 5 to the 4th power plus 6. To find cosine of 5 pi, remember that you just take you can just subtract multiples of 2 pi. So one revolution, or wrong way. One revolution this way, that's cosine of 3 pi, and another revolution this way, cosine of 1 pi. And so cosine of pi, 1 pi, is just over here, which is 1. Oh, negative 1, I mean. So this is equal to negative 1 plus, they don't let you use a calculator here, but 5 to the 4th power is just 625. And then plus 6, which is just the same thing as 625 plus 5, which is 630. So that's what f prime of 5 equals. So 630 times 6 over 5. Okay. Again, they don't let you use a calculator, so you're just gonna have to do some arithmetic. We know 600 divided by 5 is 125, so 125 plus 30 divided by 5 is 6 times 6, which is oh, never mind. 600 divided by 5 is just 120, which is 126 times 6, and then you're gonna do some more arithmetic. So 600 in the hundreds place plus 120 plus 36 is 720 plus 36 is 756. And that's your answer for part C. I'm running out of space here, so I'm just going to clear everything. Alright. I accidentally deleted the question 2, but that's fine. I'll just copy it down. Let H be the inverse of F. Find H prime of 3. Alright. So first thing we gotta do is find H prime of X. We know that H is the inverse of F, so inverse derivative is 1 over f prime of h of x, or 1 over f prime of f inverse of x. So we gotta find f inverse of x. They want you to find it at point 3, so f inverse of f inverse of 3. Now if you look back at the directions on your paper that I've deleted, they give you that f of 0 equals 3. Now if f of 0 equals 3, that means that f inverse of 3 equals 0. So f inverse of 3 is just 0. It's in the directions. And so if you plug that back into here, 1 over f prime of 0. Then f prime of 0 is just cosine of 0 plus 0 plus 6. And remember that cosine of 0 is this point here, which is 1. So this is 1 plus 6 equals 7. So this is 1 over 7. It's that simple.